Hey guys, Peter here on Doxie of Sailing Doxie notoriety, and I'm here in Gosford today on the home mooring. Just going to do a couple of bits and pieces on Doxie, maybe go for a sail. We'll see what sort of time we've got. It's a very grey, heavy, humid day at the moment. The kind of you wish you could just jump in the water, to be honest, but yeah, not keen on that here. But anyway, so what am I going to do? So I've been traveling around with a spare Genoa on my travels, just in case I needed it. Have I ever run it up the mast in anger? No, never. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to pull it up by a spare halyard just to the top of the mast, and basically just see if it is long, too long or whatever, for the actual furler. The reason I'm not just sliding the existing one down and pulling it up the normal way is that the existing one actually does have a join in it about halfway. So I know when we did the re-rig, the new rigging, basically back about a year ago now, prior to going on our little jaunt to Queensland, yeah, the guys had trouble pulling it back up, so I don't want to leave myself in a position where I can't pull that up, but the other one is too big. So I'm going to first do a bit of a test, just to see if I can get an idea of the length. Anyway, let's see if we can make this happen. Well, I won't say it's a bust. It's I've just found out what the go is. First off, it was a mainsail. It wasn't a jib, even though it's labelled as a jib in the bag. It was a spare sail I had from my previous boat, so the chances of it fitting probably were not great, even though the boats were both 33 footers. I'm sure Fast Forward's mast was definitely higher, and it had a greater draft, I guess, to make up for that. So anyway, it is a mainsail. It is too long for this boat because I hoisted it up and there was still, you know, quite a bit left below the boom level. So I will take that ashore, measure it up, see exactly what it is. Yeah, maybe put it on Facebook Marketplace. So if you know anybody who wants a mainsail which is too big for an RN's 33, yeah, let me know. Okay, next I'll just do the old top up of the diesel. I'll just keep that going, trying to remember each time I come out just to bring out a couple more cans. And this is the high-tech method of topping it all up. So yeah, just keep that running. It's coming up slowly. Seeing it was completely empty when I got back. Okay, well, yeah, one of the things I've just been meaning to fix. This is basically my remote control for the Autohelm. So I can steer it from here by putting it into remote. And then I can sit and steer it left or right. There you go. Flip to the middle for nothing, and then flip to the other side if I have set a course on the unit down below, or simply I want it to hold the existing course. So I would then put it on pilot. Anyway, all that nausea is basically just to say I've got to get around to fixing this because yeah, I had a little bit of a mishap with it along the trip. So let's just peel back my temporary fix. So got the tape off. So this is what we're left with. Basically this section here is cracked off. Yeah, me being my clumsy self, I think I tried to step over it and missed. Yeah, clumsy's my first, last and middle name, what can I tell you? All the letters are silent, don't overthink it. Okay, so this is obviously a clamp to hold the wires, so I think we need to release that one first. because obviously if I start screwing the whole thing out, it's going to pull on the little cables inside. So we'll do that, because we can see here it's got a little bit of a clamp down on the cable when it closes off. So we'll get that out of the way. And then we can actually start screwing this unit away, which is revolving around the cable basically. So in theory, I mean, I could just pull the whole piece off, but I want to be able to stick it back together the way that it's supposed to go. So that can now pull back. I'll feed that way, and then the broken piece can just come out. Okay, so the wire's in there. Not putting any stress on those. So basically now I need to glue these sides together. It almost feels like it's almost like Bakelite. I'm sure it isn't, but yeah, I guess it's just been exposed to the elements for that long that that's what it looks like. Anyway, let's get the glue onto it. Okay, so the gluing part's done. I'll just let that set for a while now. Yeah, I just couldn't video that part. I'm sorry, teacher. I could not write down my workings out and how I got there. Okay, let the glue dry there a bit. Just going to try now, put her back together. Feed that wire in gently. And try and get it straight. There we go, that feels better. Okay, that seems to be happy. Alright, we'll bring this guy up. Okay, looks like we might be back in business. Happy days. Okay, I know it's not quite sailing the Wide Bay Bar or spending 5 weeks in Tin Can Bay thinking of things to do, but these little things have to be done. And why should I keep the pain of it to myself? I'm just that kind of sharing guy. Anyway, thank you for persevering and following along. I know I have to start planning some away time on Doxie, because this living on land business, it's, yeah, not so much. Anyway, thank you for following along. This is Dawn Rider, out.